Good morning. We are doing something a little spontaneous today. Not so spontaneous that we woke up this morning with the idea, but we have been thinking about it for about a week or two. We have 8 chickens currently right now. These girls are on their 3rd summer, so 2nd summer of laying eggs, but they've really dropped down in egg production like a lot. We've decided we are going to go to one of our local farm stores and we're going to pick up some new baby chicks. I hate integrating chickens into adult chickens, so this is going to be a real journey doing this again. We usually donate our chickens to a friend of mine who has a big chicken farm, and they go there to retire or continue laying an egg or two, and we just start all over, which we did with this group. But we are going to try one more time to integrate, and this year we're actually going to make a spot inside the coop to put the baby chickens. We usually keep them in the garage or in the basement, and we've decided that we're going to put them inside the actual coop with our normal boxes and heat lamps and whatnot. I've had Easter eggers before. I absolutely love Easter eggers. They're the sweetest, most docile birds. So are the Wyandottes. Wyandottes are great birds for starters. They do need a lot of nail trim work, which I've lacked this last year, and they need to be trimmed really bad. It's gonna be a fun new adventure. So here's my sleepy little girls. We're gonna start trying to get them out of the box. There's one. Where are you? Say hi. Say hi. There you go. We're all so sleepy. Oh, look at these babies. There you go. Say hi. They should be really pretty colors. Since this is the first time we've done them outside in the coop area and not in the garage or in the basement, these are the big girls, I have these really cool cameras, and I can put a link to them in the description. They are from Amazon. They are nanny cams, and I have 2 like this, which are just indoor, and they work really, really well. I've never had a problem with them inside the coop in -degree weather. And then I have another one inside the run that is an outdoor version. And I'm gonna click that on and make sure it's all set up. And then this way, I can peek on them when I'm inside the house or I just don't wanna walk out here. She's got some baby feathers coming out already. They're about 7 or 8 days old now. It was time to get really creative with the baby chicks. The inside of the shed area was getting way too hot. There's no ventilation or anything in here. And I have this really cool tent called a peck and play. And there's no bottom on it. It's made to go across your grass so you can free range your chickens outside, but they're still protected. It's a big hoop tent, folds up really, really small. But I put cardboard underneath, poked holes, did zip ties where the tent stakes are supposed to go on the ends, and gave them a really, really big area. But to get them used to the big girls, which I've never done before, this was an experiment. The door that goes to the actual inside coop, I used an old screen door that we're not using anymore, and it doesn't fit. It's just sitting there. So I used a big bucket of sand and some pine, but I can slide it out of the way because it has the wheels on the bottom that are supposed to be in the track. Now the big girls can look right through to the babies. I hung the camera upside down, which you just flip the camera direction. Look, they're so excited for all this space. In just a little bit of time, they outgrew their box. And I really hope I don't have roosters. That's one of the food dishes that has an open top, and I used a Folgers coffee can and just slit the top open so it slides over top of the handle, and that will keep them from getting up there, falling inside, pooping. Here is an update on the babies who are not so baby anymore. They're growing up so fast. I'm going to give them a little bit of a treat. Let's see, this is gonna be their first flavor of cabbage. We are still trying to determine if we have a rooster or not. That really dark brown one right there, that's running around, keeping an eye on her. I decided to do a quick voiceover for this section because I would be sad if I forgot to tell you guys a public service announcement. I had a girl I went out to the coop to check on, and she had almost killed herself, and I was luckily home to save her. You can see at the top of that food right there, I took the metal hooks off. They're used to hang the food, but since I'm not hanging them and they're just on little wooden blocks, she had flown up to the top, and even with the lids on them, got her foot hooked around the metal loop, and when she flew off, it pinched her leg, and she was literally hanging upside down off the side of the feeder. And I had been able to easily grab her, pick her up, and pull her off. It was one of the brown ones. She sat on my lap for about 15 or 20 minutes, and it's the middle brown one right there with the more gray tail. And she sat on my lap for about 15-20 minutes, and I petted her, and I wasn't sure if she had broke a leg, and it was really scary. But she has been my friend ever since. She's very cuddly now. She likes to get up next to me and rub on me. But yeah, if you're gonna take these feeders and just set them down on the base of a box or inside of like a peck and play, I highly recommend pulling the metal bars out. She actually did it on the water feeder one, not on the one that had the Folgers lid, but I just took everything off the top and removed those metal brackets. Never happened before, and I don't want it to happen again. It was scary. So thankfully I was home, and I check on them all the time, and I have the cameras. So her little life was spared, and they're all doing fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this little journey with me and my new babies. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Come on, baby. Come on. And you'll be able to see more exciting things like that as we go along on our homesteading journey together. Have a great day, everybody.